Welcome back. This is Dwayne. I have an interesting tidbit for you guys today, getting us ready for the pagan Christmas season. Of course, naturally, you guys know I will not be supporting it, but showing you why we shouldn't be celebrating it. I have an old hymnal. I don't know where it came from, perhaps an old yard sale, but this one's from 1980. I've been using this for a few years, selecting some songs out of it as I was growing out of the paganisms over the years, still liking some of the songs because some of them are still halfway decent. But I wanted to show you something that, as we approach this Christmas season, this particular one from 1980 has roughly 21 songs. If you go back to the actual index, you could see that it actually has 21 songs. I'll see if I can bring that closer for you, in the Christ Advent and Birth section. So that's right here, and if you can see that, so there's 21 songs here in this section here, but that's a lot of songs, considering. At this point here then, this is 1980, but what's interesting that I want to show you, that this is being just a simple book out of a fundamentalist church. Let's go to a book about, let's say about 100 years before that, the year 1882. This is a little bit smaller hymnal, of course. They didn't have a whole lot of money back then, I guess, for the churches. They were putting more money into the actual real things they were supposed to be doing, like feeding the poor. But if you were to go through this book, 1882, you would find there's not one single song of Christmas. Not one. In fact, what you will find is songs like Sin No More in this particular one from 1882, which I thought was quite interesting. You read the lyrics, it's really interesting. It's fascinating. Sin No More. You wouldn't find this in many modern churches today. That title, that would scare people away. The donations would drop dramatically. Here's one I found from 1896. As we go up the ladder, you'll see there's also no real Christmas songs in this book either. And in fact, there's a song called Trust and Obey. Oh, heaven forbid we should obey, right? That's what's here. But there's no real Christmas songs. There is one song called Joy to the World. As you can see here, at the top of the page is Joy to the World. And I'll show you something in a minute that'll make that interesting. But Joy to the World is basically in here, not in any kind of a Christmas category of any kind. And you'll see, as I'll show in a minute, there's not even a Christmas category at all in any of these books. If you go to the topical indexes, you can go through the whole thing. There's nothing Christmas. There's no Christ Advent, which talk about anything to do with Christmas. There's no Christmas categories. This is 1896 on this particular one. Let's go to even the Pentecostals in 1898. There's no Christmas songs in their hymnal, which was kind of an unmusical one. It just had the lyrics, but there's nothing in that one. But the fascinating one is when I told you about the Joy to the World. Let's show you something. This was and some of these are basically children's Sunday school books as well. But this is a Sunday school book, mostly for children for this one. Joy to the World is in here, but if you look real close, I don't know if we're going to be able to zoom in for you or not, but if you look at Joy to the World, you'll see that it says Easter, not Christmas. Quite interesting. We can discuss that at another time, but there's a reason for that. Well, Joy to the World, the Lord is come, okay? And if you think about the lyrics to this song, it does fit Easter more than it would Christmas. Even though we do find out Easter is not a real biblical celebration, I prefer it over Christmas anyway, because it does celebrate his true resurrection in a sense. But Joy to the World, is the only one in this book. Most of these are children's books, by the way. You'd think if there was something going on, and Christmas does go back a long ways, that there should be a lot of Christmas songs in here for children, shouldn't there? But there it is. This particular one, 1877. Okay, so we're going back over, well, how many years is it? It's 2015 now, right? So we're going back a good many years. Let's go to 1885. Now this one's quite interesting, in that there's not a single song in here as well. Not a single one. Not even the Joy to the World one is in here. You'll also find that there's fascinating ones coming up. But here we are again. This is 1885. Nothing in here. Not a single one. Not a single Christmas song. This one here now is last but not least, and I'll let you guys go after this. This is 1946. Okay, and you will find something very interesting about this one as well. There are 2 Christmas songs. Okay, one of them is called Silent Night, Holy Night. Okay, but look at the other one. It's called Luther's Cradle Hymn. Now, neither one of these actually say Christmas. Keep in mind, neither one of them say Christmas. This Luther's Cradle Hymn. It's written by Martin Luther. Which song is it? It's the song called Luther's Cradle Hymn. It's called Away in a Manger. No crib for a bed, right? We know that by another title, don't we? It's called Away in a Manger. And it was used as a Christmas song. But Luther didn't write anything for Christmas. He wrote it as a way to glorify the birth of the Messiah. And I don't think Luther really worried so much about when it was or how it was related to the papal system. But I think that it's quite interesting. Even in 1946, it was just when they first started really trying to put this stuff out. So we went from 1980 all the way back to 1877 to see they really don't have any Christmas songs in the past to speak of. Why are we singing so many Christmas songs today? Because we've been Catholicized in America. Those who are not a part of the Roman Catholic Church are a part of the Roman Protestant Church today, singing Christmas carols or celebrating December 25th, the day when Zeus rides across the skies. Mithraism, their winter solstice festivals. So all in all, you can see, even just going back 100 years, you don't have to go all the way back to even the Puritan days. 100 years ago, they were not singing Christmas carols in their churches. Thanks for joining me. Have a blessed day.